It is Wednesday, I'm jumping the gun. It is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. It is currently 8 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour. Is this the latest we have ever started? I don't think so. But I do see a growing trend in the birthday episodes because we put so much work into these that we always end up starting just a teensy bit late. Currently in pole position for latest start in a birthday episode is who's? Mine, right here with 9:15. I am James, you are you. We are here for a very, very special episode of What at Home with James. And tonight we have our final birthday celebration of 2020, and there is no better way to end this year than with a very special episode dedicated to a very special person. Now, we've had birthday episodes for Steph Mercier-Voyer. We've had birthday episodes for Dave Kaufman, Carla Mah, as mentioned myself. But tonight, we end things with the one and only, that's right, Dimitri Kyres. And why waste any time? Let's get Dimitri in here right off the hop. Dimitri.
Hey.
How's it going? It looks like you're coming to us from a bit of a birthday party of your own.
Yeah, James, just throwing myself a little birthday bash here. Might as well, since I can't put together a party due to COVID. So
Sure.
Might as well put some decorations up and treat myself, you know?
Well, it certainly looks like you are treating yourself. These decorations look high-end and fancy.
Thanks.
And that's perfect you're a bit of a high-end and fancy guy.
Yeah, I like the finer things in life.
You do like the finer things, so it's only fitting that we have a very special birthday for you.
Yeah, and thank you for that. This is all so much, and I imagine that throughout this episode I will be simultaneously very grateful and very cringed out throughout this.
No. I think you're going to be appreciative and celebratory for such a great guy. I knew that I needed a great tech to handle this show, and that's why you are also teching tonight's show.
Yeah, I want to believe you when you say that it's a big show, so it needs a big tech. But I have reason to believe that there was nobody else available. But I'm very happy to do the job, James, and I'm just happy to be here. That's.
And you know what? You're right. No one was available. Carla Mah is on vacation. Dave Kaufman is on a much-needed week off. He'll be back on Sunday for our Sunday morning special. And that leaves you, the one and only.
Yeah, the one and only. I mean, I've you've said in the past that I'm top tech. So I'm not going to treat this like any. I'm going to treat this like any other show too here, James, and make sure to keep my head on a swivel and make sure just to produce a good show for you tonight, despite it being my birthday episode. You know,
it wouldn't be a great birthday for a great guy without a great tech, and you are the common denominator between those three things, Dimitri. You know better than anyone else that for these birthday episodes, there's a series of surprises and sometimes light embarrassments. I'm here to assure you that tonight is going to be nothing of the sort. It's nothing but love because we're going to do things a little different tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
So in addition to it being your birthday, Dimitri Kyres, this is your life.
Okay.
I think we've also been rated on the channel as well. So anyone coming to us right now on twitch.tv/@home-with-James, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching and thinking, what the hell is this? That's an accurate question to be asking yourself. Now, hang tight, sit back, relax, and you'll get into it. You'll start to understand and go, oh, I get it. The host, he's this beard guy. That's his thing, is he's a little not friendly. And this other guy, it's his birthday. That's the gist of it. Thanks for tuning in. Dimitri, are you ready to welcome our first guests this evening? Because you're here you're in the co-pilot seat, my man.
Yeah, not only am I teching this show, but I am on screen at all times. So if you ever see me darting around like this, it's because I'm frantically trying to shift the scenes. But before we move on here, James, I just wanted to acknowledge the chat for a minute and say thank you to everybody who's wishing me a happy birthday, and thanks for being here. Someone in particular, your mom, James, who is wishing me a happy birthday, which is very nice of her. So thank you.
That is nice. Yeah. And you know what? My mom isn't the only one that's here tonight. is a perfect segue because in just a moment, your mom and your dad are going to be joining us as first-time guests on tonight's show. Did you ever think, Dimitri, in all these months that we've been collaborating on this joint effort, that you'd be welcoming your parents as guests on this show?
No, I never thought that would happen. There's a lot going on in your chat right now, James. It's popping off. It's a Christmas miracle here, but no, sorry. Yeah, distracted.
You know what it is? It's a Christmas miracle. It's a New Year's miracle. It's a birthday miracle.
Yep.
Because, everyone's here to celebrate you, but I almost feel like with this raid, I'm also getting a gift at the same time, too. Now, again, if you're just tuning in and you're expecting me to engage with the chat a lot, it's probably not going to happen. But you'll get the group. You go, oh, that's his thing. He doesn't totally engage. I'll tell you why. It's because I like to spend time with my guests. Periodically, I do engage, but... It's very important that we engage with our first two guests this evening. Dimitri, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm about to bring them on. I asked them to unmute, and I think, okay, great. Yeah, I can bring them on, James. And I know I never thought they would be on the show right now. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're raring to go. We have to unlock the gates. Let us welcome, Dimitri, it's your parents, Cathy and George Kyres. Guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Hey.
Hi guys. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hey, happy birthday, D.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
So, what are we doing tonight?
Well, I want to ask.
What's on the agenda?
First, I want to thank you both for joining us, and I want to ask you the same question that I asked Dimitri. You've seen him perform for many years now. Did you ever think you'd find yourself in a show with Dimitri?
I expected it one day. You know what? I really had a feeling that one day all those creative genes were gonna come together, okay, virtually, and that me and Dimitri were gonna do something very special, kind of like Schitt's Creek, okay, kind of like that kind of a platform, okay, or like a Seinfeld. Where it was a show about nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so something kind of like Schitt's Creek or Seinfeld.
Yeah, something along those lines. I really felt that one day the creative genes were all going to collide. Okay.
Thank you, James, for inviting us.
Well, the pleasure's all mine. Cathy, same question for you. Did you ever expect to find yourselves in some type of performance arena with Dimitri?
Well, I was hoping. I mean, because he does have the talent. He's funny. He's made me laugh from a very young age. So I was hoping that he would take this to a higher extent of, and do something.
Like the day he was born.
Yeah.
Like he made her laugh the day he was born. That I saw the talent immediately.
Well, this is Dimitri. This is your life. So I do have some questions for the both of you, Cathy and George. Can you tell us a little bit about young Dimitri? How about maybe the first 5 years of Dimitri? Does anything stand out?
There was a very significant event that stands out, and I think that this is where all the creative, juices are coming from right now. Okay, there was an event when we were in turmoil. We had just moved into the house. Very, very, profound event. And we had just moved into the house, and the sewer system outside the house, was not really, up to speed yet. Okay, it was a new neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right. Same constant. So what happened is we had a big rainfall. And we were the streets were flooding, and we were jumping around. We were trying to figure out, what's water starting to come into the basement, and it's like there was complete chaos going on. Well, I sat Dimitri up, on the kitchen counter. I'll never forget it.
He was 9 months old.
9 months? He was 9 months old. Well, what happened is he falls over because his head was so heavy.
Yeah.
I hadn't figured out the logistics yet about sitting a 9-month-old baby on the because it was just complete chaos and turmoil.
We were calling the fire department.
Yeah, the fire department, police. So I said, Dimitri, just sit here for a minute.
Holding him.
So I turn around, for 1 second, Dimitri falls over, goes straight down into the floor. Okay, head first. So things were getting progressively worse. We did manage to put everything aside, go to the hospital. We were interrogated for child abuse.
Sure.
Yeah, because the doctors kind of like said, how did the baby get a concussion?
Yeah.
He had a
From a doctor's perspective, it seems like, it's a likely story. The child's head is so big that the weight took him over.
Yeah.
And he had a hairline.
My head wasn't that big.
But that's where all that creativeness is coming from now.
Right. So Dimitri, it sounds like Dimitri that we've on some level proven that concussions can create a positive impact on children.
Yeah, superheroes and improv comedians, I guess, is what happens when you fall off a counter.
Okay, well, I want to continue on with the progression of Dimitri. Cathy, do you have any memories of Dimitri as a teen? The teen years of Dimitri. What type of teenager was Dimitri?
You know what? Zero complaints, because he was a great kid. No trouble.
Yep.
He was an all-around like good kid.
Yeah.
So I have no bad memories or anything that he did like really bad. So I mean, besides the little things, but nothing major. You know what? He was not only raised by us, but also from his two other siblings that were much older, like 9 and 8 years apart.
Yeah.
So he was like kind of raised with adults in this house.
Yeah, he grew up really fast.
He grew up, very quickly.
With a little bump on his head.
And knowing a kid at 5 years old, not even wanting a birthday party.
Yeah.
Because he was born in like December 31st.
Yeah.
So it was hard giving him a birthday party with his friends because the kids were off school. And I always felt bad,
Can you believe it?
I don't want a birthday party. Just once I gave him a birthday party in May. And I told everyone it was his birthday. Because I felt so bad. So I invited all his friends from school.
Dimitri, do you remember this birthday in the month of May?
Vaguely.
Yeah. I said,
must have been a pool party.
It's the only way. I said to get your all your classmates, and it's summer, and we're gonna tell everybody it's your birthday.
You lied to all my classmates in school. Wow.
But Dimitri, it came from a place of love. It came from a place of love.
I'm telling you. I said I'm gonna give him a party in May, and then tell everyone it's his birthday.
Well, you know what? We didn't tell him it was your birthday. We just told him, hey, we're having a pool party
with a cake and candles.
And now.
No, he never wanted to have a birthday. I said, let's invite 5 kids or no, I don't want one.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's okay.
So it sounds like Dimitri matured at a young age.
Very young.
Yeah. Very young. Yeah. He, with a little bump on his head.
Yeah. Well, now this is something that I've always been interested in, and I have to direct this question to you, George. So, I didn't grow up in a traditional household with what some people would call a father. Now, I'm curious to know if Dimitri ever had a moment where he stood up to you kind of man to man.
Dimitri was very non-combative. He was just, if I would grunt a little bit, like, okay, he would be like beelined upstairs to his quiet place.
My old man's like, how tall are you, Dad? You're like 6'3", 6'4"?
6'1".
What? No, you shrunk.
Dimitri, you clock in at about 5'1".
Yeah, and I'm a tall 5'1".
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dimitri, can you confirm this?
Yes.
No real moments of combativeness.
I mean, I think I've given you the bird once or twice in my life, but no, I've never liked fighting with my dad. He is an extremely scary looking guy, in my opinion.
I don't know what it is. People see me, they immediately either go across the street and continue walking.
Yep.
Yeah. Or they hug me. And it's like we're best friends.
Yeah, well, my dad, I grew up, with my dad giving me stories, telling me stories about, because he used to own a bar, and he used to deal with the ruffians. So he would tell me stories of biker gangs and ne'er-do-wells, drug dealers, and knife people, and and he, you know,
Shootings. Yep.
and he would tell me those things, so I'd never want to like pick a fight with him. That was kind of
And
scary.
bar fights.
So once again, it sounds like you were raised in a way to respect not only authority, but also to be kind to people, to avoid gun violence.
Yeah, definitely avoiding gun violence is at the top of my list, James. Yeah, as much as possible.
So let's burst in now into Dimitri in his 20s. For both of you, Cathy and George, did you notice any change in Dimitri as he shifted from his teen years into his young adult years?
Like I said, you know, he was growing like way too fast. And when he wanted to move out at 21, right, Dimitri?
Yeah.
21,
21, yeah, I think so. 21.
Oh my God,
said,
that was the most
adios.
tragic time of my life.
Oh,
He said to me, I said, how are you going to survive out there? How are you going to survive the streets of Montreal?
And I told him it's not the 1990s anymore.
How are you going to make it out there, you know, with the thievery and the pillaging and you know, and he said to me, he said something very profound. He said, Dad, I took up running as a form of self-defense in high school.
I did. I did track and field.
But if you can, you know, if they can't catch you, you can't get beaten up, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's not That's not the George Kyres method. The George Kyres method is I don't buy it, buddy. You either pull the trigger or you get out of here. Right?
So you went the opposite direction by literally going the opposite direction.
Yeah.
All kidding aside, you know that we've been at the wrong end of a gun. I'd say, me personally, I'd say at least 3 times.
Okay.
Me and Cathy together.
What?
Once, remember when we were being held up?
Oh yeah.
And we got the guy comes to the and the guy locks us up now. The guy comes in behind us, grabs the keys, locks the door, and starts robbing the place.
Yeah.
And so he tells us to go to the back room, right? So, you know, Cathy's crying. I'm just fuming, you know. Anyway, so the bottom line is that the guy's taking too long, right? I mean, what are you still doing here? Professional would have been in and out of here in less than, 60 seconds, maybe 120 seconds. Okay.
I was just worried leaving like Dimitri, the 3 kids at home.
Yeah, we were like worried about maybe this guy was going to blow our brains out or something. I don't know, over $700 or something.
Dimitri was what, 8 or something?
Yeah, shit. And you know, it's like I told the guy, I went out there, you know, I said, do you need help? And, you know, the guy was just taking a sweet time. Mind you, there was people waiting to get into the shop at that point, and then somebody saw the commotion. They called the police. Anyways, the idiot, okay, tries to go out the side door, and the cops are there, and he gets arrested, right? And they hand me back. I think it was like $450.
Yeah.
Okay, and I said, geez, all of this, we almost got killed for $450. You know, and it was one of the times where we thought we wouldn't see Dimitri again.
Sure.
Yeah. I almost cracked my head off the side of a counter for.
Yeah, he was still waiting on the counter that whole time. He was at home, and his head he hadn't grown into his head. In fact, his head has gotten bigger, just slowly teetering him off of the counter.
Yeah, you have to see it to believe it. I mean, it was a complete. It felt like there was no body. It just the head went over. Yeah. And the head went straight down. And hit the floor. And
ceramic floor, ceramic.
Yeah. Oh, that's. Ooh.
Anyways, thank God it was nothing. Ooh. They said it healed very quickly.
Yeah.
Not only did things work out well for Dimitri during his tumble, but also during this stick-up story. Now, I have to ask you, where do you see things going for Dimitri as he shortly begins to enter his 30s? He's still quite a young man.
He's 28.
Yep.
This is it. This is the prime. We're in the prime. We're in prime time right now. This is prime time. This is where it's really not what you know anymore. It's kind of like who you know. Yeah. Like if you know like the writers of Saturday Night Live, you could be in New York writing for Saturday Night Live, right? So that the bottom line here is that you got to I think Dimitri, Dimitri got to do now is I think we've got to start packaging, and frame it. All right, and we gotta highlight. Okay, we gotta highlight. We gotta highlight the who and the what. Okay, and then we're gonna see where we're going with the where.
I see him in the future. I see him in TV. I see him writing something, starring something. For sure.
No doubt.
Well, Dimitri, what do you have to say? This is nice praise coming from your parents.
I mean, my parents have always been supportive of every right or wrong decision I've ever made. So, this tracks, and their support means everything to me, obviously.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else
his writing is we love his writing.
Yeah.
We love the shows that you guys put on. Well, Dimitri has to thank me for that.
Dimitri?
What?
So
he has to thank me for pushing him into improv.
It's true. I would not have done,
because he refused me for at least 3 years.
Yeah.
I was like pushing and bugging him day and night to join improv.
Yeah.
And because I saw the talent. I saw the talent in high school. His teacher was telling us that, he was her best student. She used to like call him in class like all the time. Dimitri, tell us a story. Tomato. Yeah. And he would just like, boing.
Now let me tell you the real story of how Dimitri got into improv. Okay?
Yeah. Because of me.
All right. Yeah.
Because of me.
Hold on. Okay, we're gonna clarify this once and for all.
I know where this is going. Yeah, okay. Tell them. Yeah, tell them.
This was one night. Okay, we were all of us were in the basement. It was me. Yeah. It was me, Dimitri, Mary, and Andy. Okay, we're all like young, like 9 years old, and Dimitri was still kind of like in the 5. And anyways, we were all like, it was all around. The kids were all really young. So what happened is, what we did was I put on a music video, and the music video was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Sure, the Queen classic, yeah.
The Queen classic, Bohemian Rhapsody. And we started I started lip singing Bohemian Rhapsody, and the kids, oh my God, they were just sitting there like in awe. It was just like the greatest show on earth. It was like they were watching Freddie Mercury on stage, okay, singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
So it sounds like, George, you're taking credit for Dimitri's burst into comedy.
He always has. This is classic. This is a classic shtick. This guy, if I had a nickel every time this guy says, you are where you are because you're a chip off the old block. I'm the
chip off the old. Yeah. No, you
Dimitri,
were a very good observant of talent.
It sounds like you're finally standing up to your dad.
There you go.
Yeah.
And he loves it.
I'm so sick of you taking credit of everything because you think you're the OG talent in this family.
You know what? I had a top 30 show in radio.
Here we go again. Yeah, I heard this story. I was doing
top 40 radio.
I know. Yeah.
And then you would sit there and listen to the tapes, and I remember you listening to the tapes, and you go, "That's me. Hey, D, that's your dad doing the show. Is that you?" I said, "That's me."
This didn't happen. This never happened.
Oh my God! I mean, he really, and I can tell you a lot of other stories.
This never happened. What are you talking about?
I want to propose something here. I want to propose something because I feel like I'm a big believer in when you catch lightning in a bottle, you want to do just that. You want to bottle it and then make the most of it. Can I invite you, Cathy and George, to come back a little bit more often and see what type of magic we can conjure all 4 of us together?
And you know something? I'm gonna save my took Dimitri flying in a Cessna story the next time we meet.
This guy,
that sounds great. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm telling you, that's the one story that you're gonna go, wow, like this kid's been around.
I can't wait. Well, look, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Any last thoughts that you want to share with Dimitri before we let you guys continue?
Well, listen, we are very proud of Dimitri for the man he has become. Yeah. He's got amazing talent. He's a good all-around
good friend,
human being.
Good human being.
Yeah, he's a very good inside and out.
Yeah, big heart.
He cares about people. He's amazing.
Thanks.
We are very proud, and we pray and hope he makes it like.
And you know what? The last baby,
1992.
The last baby.
That's my
of the year. Mm-hmm. He was the last one. He was the exclamation mark for all the other babies born that year. Dimitri,
you got a new nickname. Your new nickname is the exclamation mark.
He was just in a rush to come out in 1992.
They asked us, do you want him to be the first baby of 1993? Mm-hmm. Or do you want him to be the last baby of 1992?
That's because he was due January 17.
Okay.
So he was just in a rush. I'm coming out now.
Well, anyways.
And you told you told those doctors to go F themselves. You said, no way, let's get this done.
Yeah, let's go party. Well, it was New Year's Eve.
Well, you ruined my party.
It was New Year's Eve.
Sorry I ruined your party,
we
guys.
just told him, hey, man, like, can we get going here?
I was getting dressed to go to a New Year's Eve party.
Yeah. And it's like, there goes the New Year's Eve party.
Well, look, Dimitri, even though you put a damper on the New Year's Eve party, you created 28 years of happiness.
There you go.
And many more to come, Dimitri.
He's been our New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, since then. Well, I'm happy to hear that, and I'm very happy that I was able to get Mom and Dad onto this show.
Thank you,
I'm happy
James.
to see you guys.
And one thing I do want to say, James, you have amazing talent.
Thank you.
I've always said James. Ever since I started watching
James'
your
birthday
shows
now.
on improv, I tell everyone, like, you are like. You've got great talent.
And that's very kind of you to say that. Thank you.
Before they go,
communicator, you're really good. It's
Thank you.
We understand what you're saying.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what I like to pride myself on.
I'm hoping for more improv shows to come.
Yeah.
Me too. I think 2021, we'll keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully we can all have a laugh together.
Wait, before you go, Dad, what's your nickname for James? You guys have a nickname for him.
Nickname for James?
Yeah, whenever you can't remember his name, you go, yeah.
It's the wolf guy.
The wolf guy. I like that.
No.
Yeah, it's the wolf man.
The wolf man?
No, it was the French. What was it?
It was the Garou.
Lou Garou.
Garou.
Yeah.
Garou. That's Garou.
That's me.
Hello, Garou.
Well, from one Garou to the both of you, thanks so much for being here, and have a happy New Year.
Thank you for having us.
Same
Happy
to you,
New
buddy.
Year, James.
All the best
day.
Yeah.
Pleasure's all mine. Thanks again.
James.
Bye, guys. I'll talk to you guys
Bye, guys.
soon.
Later, buddy.
Happy birthday later.
Thanks,
all right,
guys.
call us later after the show.
Bye.
Love you guys. See ya.
I love you.
Bye.
That is Cathy and George Kyres. Dimitri, what a treat. That's the first time we've ever gotten a chance to speak to somebody's parents on the show. That was wonderful.
Oh man, they cracked me up. They're really funny. Yeah, it was great. It was really
the chat room loved your parents, Dimitri. They want regular segments on the show.
Yeah.
Dave also suggested that your dad take over teching for one night.
My dad? He was barely able to get Zoom going. But yeah, we can try to make that happen.
Well, look, we are going to make a whole lot more show happen. We still got plenty of time left on this show. Before we do that, we have to cut to a quick commercial break. We will be back in just a moment with more of Dimitri's birthday right here on twitch.tv/@home-with-James. Back in just a moment.
Vous savez, ça fait 22 ans que la brasserie Molson O'Keeffe s'associe à Radio-Canada pour vous présenter le célèbre Bye-Bye. De nouveau, cette année, nous sommes très heureux de pouvoir perpétuer la tradition et de partager avec vous ces moments de réjouissance. Tous les employés se joignent à moi afin de vous remercier de votre loyauté et surtout pour vous offrir nos meilleurs vœux pour l'année 1995.
Cette année, on a un tout nouveau bye-bye pour vous.
En direct du Palais des Congrès.
90 minutes de sketch, de musique, de danse.
3 grandes scènes remplies de surprises. C'est un vrai party du Nouvel An.
Et ça commence à 11h.
Ça éclate à minuit.
Puis après, le party continue.
Et cette année, c'est le plus gros bye-bye jamais vu. Vous êtes tous invités.
Alors, la veille du jour de l'an, soyez des nôtres pour le plus gros party de l'année. Hey, on y va sans ça, on va être en retard.
Bye Bye 90. Ce soir, 23h.
And we are back right here on Twitch. It is whose birthday? It's not my birthday. It's Dimitri's birthday. Dimitri, we just checked in with your parents. They told us some great stories. And apparently, according to your dad, you're a, quote, good guy.
There you go. Yeah, that was really nice of him to say. That was the nicest compliment he's ever given me, actually.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear this story about you guys going on a Cessna ride together. I can't wait. I never knew that you fell off a counter, let alone flew in a Cessna.
Yeah, I fell off a counter, and my dad endangered my life when he brought me up flying with him while he was getting his learners.
Well, Dimitri, I want you, because we're at about the halfway point, on a scale of 1 to 5 Jameses, 5 Jameses being the best, 1 James being only good, how would you rank your birthday right now?
Starting off with my mom and dad was pretty good. I loved it. I would probably say I'm a 4 out of 5 James right now.
Okay, so there's still a bit of room for improvement, but we've set the standard pretty high.
Yeah, it's still pretty high, so we can go down from here. Anything could happen, honestly, at a birthday party.
We're gonna keep climbing, Dimitri. We're gonna keep climbing.
Yeah,
because this is the last special episode of the year. It's also the last episode of 2020. When we come back on Friday, it will be a brand new year. So we want to end the year on a high note.
Yeah, I'm honored to be the last big birthday, big show before the end of what was arguably a pretty wacky year, but ultimately was a great year because this is what came out of it, right, James?
Look, we're going to do a whole, once we start to hit and close in on the 1 year mark, we're going to have to do a retrospective on the good that came out of 2020 on At Home with James, but we're not going to get all muddled up in talking about At Home with James. We're here to talk about your birthday. Now, we kick things off with 2 first-time guests. We're about to have another first-time guest. I don't even remember the last time this happened, where each and every guest was here for the first time, making her debut on At Home with James. Dimitri Kyres, it's your significant other, Riley Wilson. Riley, how's it going?
Hello.
Oh, man.
Hello. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. You're locked and loaded. Now, you have to follow Dimitri's parents. Is that a tall order?
Oh, yeah. They're funny, man.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. I feel like we could have given them the full hour, but you know what? We had a lot of show to cram in, and it only means that we can get them back more often now. Before we got on air, Riley, you mentioned that you were, quote, nervous.
I was a little nervous. I still am. I've been watching At Home with James for a while, and now it's like weird to finally be on it.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I'm excited.
Well,
I got a little special treat planned for Dimitri.
Great. I'm excited to have you here. What we're going to do, we're going to chat a little bit before the special treat comes to pass. Of course, this is Dimitri. This is your life. Riley, do you remember the first day you met Dimitri?
I do. It was in a restaurant. He was teaching me how to be a barista.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, Dimitri, you were training Riley at a mutual place of work.
Yeah, we both worked at well, I was gonna call it a B&B. No, it's a breakfast place.
Yeah, it's nothing close to a
It's at a B&B, at a breakfast place, and I had been working there for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had been there for like a year.
Yeah,
he was so confident. He was like, "Yeah, I run this place."
Well,
that does sound like Dimitri. Yeah,
is that my vibe? That I have
2 weeks? Of course it is. 2 weeks into the job, and you're already training people. And not only are you training people, the people that you're training, you're like hitting on them.
Okay, for the tell them
exactly how it went.
No, it's not. No.
Yes, it is.
Look at you. You're stammering like an old drunkard, Dimitri.
I was very professional.
To be fair, I think I hit on him more than he hit on me.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, Dimitri. I think you should have declined given your position.
Look, I was nobody's like superior. Here's the thing.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like you were.
No. When Riley took the job, she had the same job that I did, and I just so happened to be given some responsibilities when I was there, and I thought it was wacky that I had only been there for like 2 weeks and I was already training people.
Okay, I understand now. We've all come to understand better. So if you're in the chat and you think Dimitri is a sleaze bag, you can keep thinking it, just not about this. Now let's continue with Riley. So Dimitri's training you at this new job. Yeah. Not to get too in depth here. When did you know when sparks were flying?
Well, at first we were kind of just like friendly, but I always thought he was cute. And then, oh my God, I'm getting all shy.
Yeah, me too.
Not me.
James loves being in this position. The third.
We were kind of just like shooting the shit. And I feel like I would flirt with him, but he wouldn't pick up on it.
Oh, let's go to Dimitri. Is that true, Dimitri?
I kept it professional, James. Throughout the whole thing, I kept it professional.
Yeah,
I kept it.
That's not the question. The question is, did you know you were being flirted with?
A little bit. And
okay.
I just took it as friendliness at first.
Okay. Good answer.
But Riley would say that she was laying it on thick. Right?
Okay, well, Riley, can I ask a question of what your definition of how would you lay it on thick with Dimitri? What's something that maybe you said that you thought, this has got to be clear what I'm doing?
Well, I'm not too sure of an example, but like there were times when I would be waitressing and he'd be on bar, and there was like the front of the restaurant and the back, and those were the two waitressing sections, and then the back was also where the barista was. Whenever, like at the beginning of the day, the waitresses choose what sections they want to be in, I would always take the back so that him and I could like talk by the bar, hide a shitty customer, and I'd be paying them out, and I'd look at him and be like, or something like that, and so you just kind of had a lot of like across the room looks,
which sounds very nice.
And he also would, this is how I kind of knew, he would like buy me food in the middle of my shift.
Wow.
So he'd be like, are you hungry? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm starving. He's like, oh, I ordered you something. And I was like, what?
Dimitri, did you know what you were doing in those moments? Don't be shy now.
Yeah.
Also, another question coming in from the chat. Thomas Barnwell wants to know if you wore anything under your apron at the coffee maker.
No, he didn't.
Okay, so this is becoming even more flagrant on Dimitri's flirting with people he's training, and he's naked underneath an apron. Dimitri, did you know what you were doing when you were buying lunch?
Yeah, a little bit. I won't lie, but also at the same time, Riley, within a month of you being there, you became head waitress like immediately. She worked like almost too hard, I would say, to the point where they were like, I mean, if you've ever worked in service, you know that like when it's crunch time, like we don't sit down until like it's closing time.
No break.
Yeah, so she was cracking necks and cashing checks and doing, just killing it on the tables. But we would like be forgetting to eat all the time. Except the baristas, we'd have some lulls, so I'd get a snack or eat something. But the waitresses would eat nothing. So yeah, I would order something downstairs for her, and then just kind of and then I put it on a little bit to go bring it to you and be like, hey, you hungry? And you were like, yeah, and I was like,
and all the other waitresses were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
where's my sandwich?
It's Dimitri. It sounds like you knew what you were doing. You were being a bit of a smooth customer.
Yeah, I was okay. Yeah, sue me, crucify me. I don't know. I was a little bit of.
You know what? Hey, it also sounds really thoughtful as well.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, like I don't know. I think some like you could have been creeped out by that, right, Marley? But you weren't.
Yeah, but I wasn't.
Yeah, you were kind of yeah. Anyway. Which was boded very well for me.
Yes, it has. And not to cut this conversation short, we're going to return to this. Riley, you had mentioned when you joined the show that you had a special treat for Dimitri.
I did.
I would like to ask if you are ready to provide this treat. Wonderful.
We have to turn off the cameras, James. Oh, I'm joking.
Okay.
Jesus.
Here we go.
So I wrote you a little song.
So Dimitri, you're not the only musician who graces us with their presence. Riley plays the guitar. She's good at the guitar. She's got a song for you and I'm going to tell you, it's not Happy Birthday. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. So, I mean, little known fact, Riley is like, if I'm doing music that episode that day, she has to endure all the horrible versions of that song or me riffing that day. So she's the musical brains behind this operation.
Like Happy Birthday, Carla. I heard that like 30 times.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. But that
Honestly,
came out.
great. I love
But she gave me some good lines for that, by the way. So anyway, sorry to derail this. I just want to say.
No, it's fine. Every good song has got a backstory, and every good singer-songwriter has a backstory. So right here, Dimitri, to perform a very special birthday song for you, it's your significant other, Riley Wilson.
Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. Wait, let me get comfy. Okay, here we go.
Don't be nervous.
I'm nervous.
No, you got this. You got this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, Dimitri, it's your birthday, and I've got something to say. From you, I'll never stray, 'cause you're a really good lay.
Oh my God.
And now you're 28, and I'm barely of age. Our age gap is insane. Time to buy you a cane. It's you I wanna keep, even though you smell like bees. At least you're not into feet. Our love can't be beat. And you're such a clown, but you're the best man in town. Again, you're a really good lay. Dimitri, happy birthday. Yeah.
Oh man, that was great. Thank you, baby. That was
Dimitri,
really nice.
you look like you're about to cry.
Yeah.
You've been moved.
Yeah, I have been moved. That was
My heart.
That was some powerful lyrics.
Yeah, I specifically probably want to talk about this whole age gap thing.
Yeah, that
in
was.
case there's any,
Isn't that crazy?
in case there's any people who are already turned against Dimitri from the first portion of this segment.
I'm 23.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that big of an age gap, but I kind
Not
of
that bad. It's not that
Age
bad.
is just a number.
Yeah, for the first time, Dimitri's the older guy now.
Yeah.
Which is weird for me. That I can, because I've never thought of myself as old, James. But now it's like I have a bad back. I'm getting that crackly knee thing that you have.
Okay, it's not the Dimitri sympathy show. We're not turning this into the Dimitri sympathy show.
You're right.
I'll cut the broadcast right now. Riley, before we continue on with our night, any final thoughts for Dimitri? Despite the fact that you're both in the same apartment right now.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
I actually had one really short anecdote I wanted to tell.
Please, of course, yeah.
Let's do it. Anticipating you asking me some questions.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my favorite memory of Dimitri. It was our third date, and he took me to Boda Boda, and we were in the hot tub.
Yeah.
That overlooks the old port.
Well, hold on. This is a third date?
I know, right?
This guy's coming on strong. He's hitting on baristas. He's taking him to Boda Boda. He's old.
And the way I phrased it was, I have these tickets.
You had a gift card.
I had a gift card, yeah. And I was like, I don't want to go alone. But I thought it was a good time to do it, James. I felt bold.
Sure, yeah. Well, hey, it worked.
So we were in this hot tub that overlooks the old port, and it's beautiful. And he was started telling me about the buildings, and their history. So he would point at a building, and he'd be like, oh yeah, that was owned by a constable named Mackenzie, and he had a lot of horses, and that's why there's a laneway. And I was like, wow. And then he'd point to another one and be like, yeah, that guy worked in a factory. It was 1801. This guy owned that building. I was like, man, this guy knows his history. I was so impressed.
Mm-hmm.
And he went over about 6 buildings, and I was like, damn, he really knows what he's talking about. And then he pointed at one building, and he goes, now that building is named after the building from the Spider-Man comics, or the paper company or something like that. And I'm so gullible. I was like, really? And that was the only point where I was like, I don't know. And then, anyways, he's like, I've been fucking with you this whole time.
Wow.
And to this day, I haven't trusted a word he said since.
Nor should you. Nor should you.
Third date, trust is broken. That's probably my favorite Dimitri story memory.
Wow. Dimitri, the liar at a spa. Well, Riley, hey, thanks so much for coming on and putting that song together. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk soon, okay?
Yeah.
Bye, Riley. Love you. Talk to you soon. In a second, actually. Bye.
Dimitri, it's your birthday.
Yeah, it is still my birthday.
Look,
yeah.
We're not done with the music. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that what for. There's still another song that you have to hear.
Oh, man. Another surprise?
This one is also to be shared with our live audience who is here in large numbers. If you're here for the first time, why don't you come back? We're going to be back when? This Friday, 9 p.m., the first show of the new year. Who's going to be here? Lisa Palmieri, friend of the show. Also friend of the show is going to be stopping by. The one and only Connor Rose, who knows a thing or two about love and heartbreak. He's going to be giving us his New Year's resolution. So those will probably be inspiring as well as sad at the same time. So if you like what you're seeing, come on back this Friday, 9 p.m. Tell your mom, dad, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, Grammy, Grampy. Tell your best friend, maybe even tell your worst enemy to tune in. But Dimitri, what we're all going to tune into right now is a world premiere music video courtesy of Carla Mah. Now, for those who were tuned into her birthday episode, you provided her with a music video, and now the tables have been turned. Are you ready for this world premiere?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but genuinely very excited to see this.
Well, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Dimitri Kyres is Where the Party Is by recording artist Carla Mah, right here on Twitch.
Hey, Dimitri.
Oh, hold on.
Your pal, Carla. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I heard it was your birthday. So, I thought I'd put together a little song.
Hold on, let me restart it, James. It's a technical issue on my end.
Yeah, what a shock.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Is that working?
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
Hold on. Why isn't this coming through?
You know, Dimitri, you've been doing a really good job on teching up until tonight. I hired the best tech guy for your birthday, and you're really letting me down.
Yeah, I don't know why this is not playing. I'm getting just like a white screen over here. Okay, hold on, James. This is what I would do off screen right now.
Yeah.
I'd be like, James, vamp.
Yeah, well, that's a problem. I already did my vamping. So the worst case scenario, if this doesn't work, we're going to air this at a later date, or it's going to go up on the Instagram tomorrow morning.
Yeah, but I think I can get it to work.
Keep doing your thing. I'm going to vamp some more. Now,
Thanks, James.
This Sunday is the first Sunday of the month. And what do we do on the first Sunday of the month? Well, we give ourselves a nice cup of coffee. We sit back and we unwind. And what time? 11 o'clock in the morning when we bring to you the Sunday morning special. When myself, Dave Kaufman, and 3 other guests hang out. We have ourselves a little discussion panel. We shoot the breeze and we go through a variety of topics that both inspire and bore me. That is when this Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. Let's check in with Dimitri in this music video.
Oh no, I feel really bad. I can't get it to
work. You're getting tips from Dave in the chat right now. He says play it full screen on your second monitor and do a screen share.
Play it full screen on my second monitor.
He says play it full screen on your second monitor and do a screen share.
Okay, let's try that. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
And at the same time, Dave, thanks so much for helping us with that technical problem, that snafu, that boner. Of course, it's a birthday boner, courtesy of Dimitri today. He's just so overwhelmed and touched by all of the fun that he's been having. Every guest that has popped on tonight has said such nice things about him, and I had intended to. I don't know where it's going to happen now, or even if it's going to happen.
Display capped. Oh my god. Display capture? Is that what I want?
We better give this a try.
Oh yeah, there you go. How about that? Yeah, this is gonna work, guys.
Great. So once again, Dimitri Kyres is where the party is, courtesy of Carla Mah. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. Take it away.
You got it.
Hey, Dimitri. It's your pal, Carla. Yeah. I heard it was your birthday. So, I thought I'd put together a little something. He got that flame, he got that swag, he's on every Friday night. He is amazing, he is amazing. Christmas is sexy, no playing games, at home with James, turn on your ring light. 3, 2, 1, go, Zoom is his host, street maps looking to fight. He's in the attack booth, giving those cues, sweat on his brow, transitions are fine. Bids are so worried, he's in a hurry to start up the show. Right at night, sits in the chat, throwing some stats. We're past our start time. You don't ask for much. Enjoy the show if you like when you see some free with Brian. And it's his
Wow.
Well, Dimitri, it's almost apropos that at the end of the song, the lyrics sang as followed, tech boners, tech boners. Because
Yeah.
that video was played sideways.
I noticed that. I wasn't allowed to look at the video beforehand, James. So everything was on the fly. That was incredible. The visuals were awesome. I'm sad it was flipped, but I think that was, you can get the full experience on the side. Yeah, it was very apropos that it was filled with. I think the lines were tech boner. I heard tech boner a lot in there.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give you a pass on this one because,
Thanks,
you're
man.
under a lot of pressure tonight. Of course, it is your birthday. Everyone's been here to say something special about you, and now it's my turn.
Oh, no.
Dimitri, we met 2016.
Wow.
I was, as I usually did on any given Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, teaching an improv class. You know me. I teach a variety of groups, some of them special, some of them very special, some of them not special at all.
Yeah.
And I got done working with a group that was, in fact, very special. Then a young, brash, new face entered the group. Who was that? That was you. I remember sitting there all class, watching these people get up on stage, trying to make me laugh. Some of them did, some of them didn't. That's not what's important. And then when everyone left, I said to the co-teacher who I was training at that time, who, just to be clear, I wasn't hitting on.
Yeah? Yeah, you sure?
I said, hey, what's with that guy? He didn't get on stage once. And that was you, Dimitri. That was you.
Did I really not get on stage once?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, don't interrupt my story.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. said, who's this guy? He didn't even get on stage once. What's that all about? Then I forgot about it. Then in subsequent weeks and months that followed, you not only got on stage, but you impressed me to no end. But I knew I can't compliment this guy too much. It's going to go to his head. And I remember one day hanging out with another teacher. I said, you see that guy over there? The beard, more present mustache? And they said, who, the handsome one? I said, no, the other one. I said, that guy, he's going to be something one day. And I said, what do you think he's going to be? So I'm going to tell you what he's going to be. He's going to be the best damn tech on my live stream show that I one day launch. And I'm going to tell you something, Dimitri. Tonight, you proved me wrong. You proved me wrong. But you happen to become a fantastic performer and an even more fantastic friend. And up to tonight, you were a fantastic tech. But I'm going to give you a pass because everyone gets to act a little wonky, a little crazy on their birthday.
Yeah.
But maybe I shouldn't give you a pass.
Yeah, you don't want it to go to my head.
I don't want it to go to your head.
Yeah.
But it's not your birthday yet.
That's true. It is not officially my birthday in 2 hours. 2 hours. So you can really rip into me right now and then
I'm not going to rip into you. I'm not, because that's what everyone expects me to do. That's what everyone thinks I'm going to do.
Well, that's what makes you such a good guy.
I'm not a guy. Oh, don't put this on me now. Don't try to, you take those lips off my butt right now.
Okay, James. Well, look, can I say something nice about you?
Yeah, please do. Please do. I'd love that.
James, truly this is, thanks for putting this together and putting this uncomfortable spotlight, but very much appreciated spotlight on me tonight. And this show means the world to me. And everything you said, I'm extremely touched this evening by everybody. Riley, my parents, Carla, you, and everybody, every contributor to the show, but especially you, James. You mean the world to me. As I always said with my, captain character, I love you to death. You mean the world to me. You're my best friend. You're my best guy. I love you to death, and one day we're going to die together.
Well, I hope that last part does not come to fruition. Dimitri, because it's your birthday, I've got a gift for you.
Oh, boy. Yeah?
Tomorrow, you know what we're going to do?
Yeah? What are we going to do tomorrow, James?
You're going to walk down the street and you're going to come and meet me.
I like that I got to come meet you. I got to come pick you up from your house. Yeah.
You need a little bit of, you got to get your steps in on your birthday.
Yeah.
You know what kind of gift I'm going to give you?
What kind of gift are you going to give me, James?
The gift of friendship. I'm going to let you buy me a coffee.
You fucker. Yeah, and I'm going to, too. I'm going to go to
Dimitri, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there who'd love to buy me a coffee.
But I'm the one who gets to do it, James.
Hold on now. But there's only a select few that are not only allowed to buy me a coffee, but a select few who I will decline the gesture of and then buy them a coffee.
He fucking got me. Got me, James.
Let's keep the potty mouth to a minimum here.
Sorry, you're right. Well, I would appreciate that, and I'm excited to get a coffee with one of my best friends in the world, James. And you know,
Dimitri,
man,
it's your birthday.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. It's my little birthday, and I just want you to know that I'll be partaking in your Christmas gift this evening, and I'll let the chat's imagination wander with what you got me for Christmas. But I'm going to be partaking in it this evening. Let's just say
Christmas.
Yeah, you got me a Christmas gift. I'm going to partake in it tonight.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, Dimitri, folks, is going to get wasted tonight. It sounds like. Look, all jokes aside, I love you. I appreciate everything that you do, not only as a collaborator in the world of comedy, but more so as a friend. And my last gift tonight is I'm going to let you sign off tonight because that's our time. We have reached it. We are officially 1 hour in. This is our final episode of 2020. Before we, Dimitri, take things away, I want to thank everyone for tuning in over the course of the past year. whether it was on Instagram Live or Twitch. I appreciate it. It was so nice to have such a nice, lively chat room tonight to not only celebrate Dimitri's birthday, but to enjoy the show. With that being said, Dimitri, I hand the reins over to you, my good sir.
Woo! Okay, one shot. It's the big time. Don't fuck this up. Everybody, thanks for coming in and watching At Home with James. Of course, I'm not James, I'm Dimitri. This has been Dimitri's birthday episode, and we've had a lot of laughs tonight. Remember, if you like what you see and you want to see more, there's a whole new year next year, and we got a whole bunch more content and gags and segments and bits and laughs in store for you. So tell your mommy, your unkie, your uncle, your sister, your nanny, and everything in between to come check out At Home with James. And it wouldn't be At Home with James without the man, the myth, and the legend, James McGee. One last time, I love you to death. Thank you for putting this together. And I cherish this friendship very much. And I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love you, James. Thanks for everybody in the chat for checking us out. This has been At Home with James. See you later, everybody.
This guy went to a one shot.
Went to a one shot.